Plexus, and then one of them was part of that network marketing book. I got that book finally, and it's skinnier than I thought. So yay!
Yeah,
it was
not
good.
a very
I thought
big
it was
book.
gonna be like big.
Mm-mm.
I don't know why I thought that, but it's like super skinny. I was like, oh, good.
Yeah,
That's done before Christmas, way before Thanksgiving, maybe.
It's another easy read.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I still haven't got mine because I'm a slacker, but that's not because I don't want to. It's because this memory of mine, yeah, not that great anymore.
I know. I'm looking for something for that too. I was hoping Plexus would have it.
Yeah, once they create memory in a bottle, we're good to go. That's supposed to be Edge. But
is it? Might have to take it for a while because I haven't even tried it. I tried it that one day, but
oh, that one day, man, you too.
I felt shaky inside though. That was kind of weird.
For only one day.
I wasn't shaking like on my hand, but I felt like I was, and I kept going like this. I was like, that is weird. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if like you have to take it longer. Oh, so it's always going to be like that.
No, it's not.
Oh no, like no. So if you take it for a while, it goes away.
Your body gets used to it.
Oh, okay. So maybe I should try it because I really want my memory to.
Yeah, if you were a coffee drinker and you drank at least a cup of coffee a day, it wouldn't bother you because it's got the same amount of caffeine as a cup of coffee. But if you're not a coffee drinker, then it's obviously more caffeine than soda. So yeah, your body just has to get used to it. It's natural, so it's not like it's not like it's putting a stimulant in your body, but your body metabolizes it kind of the same way.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I've heard people say that. Me, it's way too much. Like even on my ADHD meds, my ADHD meds have to be like super, super, super low. I'm on like the lowest dose possible because of that stimulant pill.
Wow.
Okay, on with it.
All right. So my thing, I decided to talk about fear. That's a really hard one for me. And it's mostly, most of my fear that I'll be talking about is about like fear of sharing plexus mostly. And so fear with Christy Wright, I want to say it was a YouTube video that I saw, and I took some notes from it. And so part of it says, fear is normal. It's a normal part of our journey. If you're scared, it's because you care. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's cool. I like that because I never thought of it like that. I'm like, okay, that makes sense, because you do care. And that's why you're like afraid to share it because you're afraid of them slamming it or not appreciating it the same way you do. So that really made sense. And then she just said, you do it scared. And I was like, hey, yeah, that's what I've been doing that. You're fighting for the people. Scared. Huh?
I said we do a lot of stuff scared in this business.
I know that's true. Like having babies, that was terrifying. If you had seen the videos before birth, you'd be like, because I don't think in my day they didn't have those, and I never saw any of that. So I think I would have been terrified.
I think God makes us forget about it too after every pregnancy because then we end up having another one. Like, what did we do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're fighting. And laughing so she says to remember that you're fighting for the people who need you. Those staying at home moms, struggling paycheck to paycheck, someone with bad health who just needed to believe there was something out there that would help him live life with no pain. So that made me kind of think of the people that I've already been sharing with, because I had one person that had, well, first off, it was Kelsey, my neighbor. Okay, I brought her, and she wasn't even thinking of the supplements for herself. she was thinking of it for her father-in-law, who suffers with some horrible, like, he got in a car accident and has this horrible pain that he can't move. Like, breathing hurts, and he's mad at his wife for saving his life, and wishing all the time. He's been dealing with this for like 6 years, and he's been mad at his wife for letting him live because he suffers with pain and he can't move. And so Kelsey, when I brought her, that's the first thing she's thought of. Like, I want something to help him. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Because I wasn't thinking that, hey, think of someone with pain. I was just saying, hey, I want to help you. So I just thought that was cool. And she had told me recently too that like, he had some pain go away. I can't remember where it was on his body, but he had some pain that was going away, and so they decided to buy another bottle. And they got another bottle, and so they're hoping more and more it will improve. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's so exciting. Yeah. So and then my friend Allison Seal, I didn't know she had all those health problems. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's funny because you don't think of that when you're sharing. You're thinking, oh, they're probably, this would be good for your gut health and, balance you out and help you lose weight. And I'm not thinking of all those other, things I'm not even aware of. So it's really cool. I have to remember those things when I'm reaching out, because you don't know what's behind the other side of the person that you're talking to. So that's kind of cool.
Well, and someone like me, I'm a silent sufferer. Like, I would never complain to anybody that I was beat or tired, or like that being a mom was hard. I just be like, I'm fine. I'm always fine.
Yep, me too. That's what I do all the time too.
I had no idea till I started taking them how unfine my body really was. I didn't realize, because I was so used to it my whole life, pooping once or twice a week. I thought that was normal until I was pooping every day, and I realized how much better I felt. I was like, this is crazy. And so I had fear of taking it myself, because I was the same way with your friends. I saw other people with bigger pains, bigger health problems. I didn't even want to try the products myself. I went to Lisa's thing originally for my husband. And then when she mentioned, energy and stuff, I'm like, well, maybe I could use a little. But it was my fear of being like, I need something for me, because I'm not a person that thinks of me first. I think everyone outside of me first. And so I didn't even think Plexus for me first. Like, it was for everyone else first. And then I was like, well, I'm going to try it. And then I was so glad I did, because I didn't realize how bad of shape my body was. Because I was a Zumba instructor, trying to eat healthy, trying to lose weight. I'm like, there's no way I'm unhealthy because I'm not a soda drinker. I'm anymore. I mean, I was at some point in my life, but at that point I wasn't. But I was glad I went ahead and jumped in, because even those that say, oh, I'm healthy. Still, you don't know till you're on it that, oh my gosh, I have so many more problems. And so that's where my fear stepped in too. I was like afraid to take it myself, because I'm not as unhealthy as my husband was. And I wasn't as bad as this person or this person. And
that's the tricky part too. When I'm coming down to sharing it with people, I'm trying to figure out still, like, when I'm sharing, do I say, oh, it's about gut health, because I don't want them to get confused and think it's only gut health, because there's multivitamins and the kid vitamins and all these other things. So it's kind of tricky, because then I don't want them to say no to that part and then not see the other things there too. So it's kind of tricky.
Well, I think that's where fear comes in exactly, is our brains tell us, I'm afraid they're not going to like it for this reason or this reason. And the thing is, it's not our job to come up with the reasons why someone doesn't like it.
I know, it's so hard.
Fear, shouldn't, because it's not our job.
Like, get out of there.
My Plexus event I've been doing this week, I was putting together my invite list, and I'm going through my all my Franks, and I'm like, oh, well, not that person because that's a guy. I'm not, that's weird. And so then I'm like, people, and then I'm like, oh, not that person because they might be offended because they're super overweight. And if I tell them they need to lose weight, they might be offended. So I was skipping people.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
I was so afraid of how they'd react at my invitation. And as I went through, I got all my invites that I wanted to, the ones I felt were safe. So I invited all them, and I realized that's only 100 and something people. Like, I wanted my event to be bigger. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go back through it again. No excuses. Invite everybody.
Yes, I know.
But my fears were still there. I still skipped like 15 people for whatever reason. And I knew, and there were some people I knew to skip specifically where they had come back to me and said, I did the Plexus thing. It's a placebo for me. It didn't work. I went ahead and invited a couple of them differently. I just said, hey, I know you've done Plexus before, but will you come to this health event and let's just talk about health? Forget Plexus. So I went a different approach. They still said no thanks. It was fine. But I had to tell myself, I'm just going to do it because I can't come up with all the reasons why people won't. That's where my fear creeps in. When I'm like, they're going to say no because of this, or they're going to say no because of this, or they're going to look at my stuff and be like, what a weirdo, you know.
Well, those people that you keep skipping over, those are what we call our chicken list. And yeah, you'll come. Yeah, they call it the chicken list because they're the ones that you're too chicken to talk to or too chicken to reach out to.
Yeah.
And usually the best ones that come out of the business or that come to the business are those ones from our chicken list. So
see, that's fun. That's really funny. Also, I found too, when I got brave to invite one of the persons that was on the chicken list, it turns out that they were like, what's the word? They were like, they didn't get turned off. Like, they were like, oh, okay. And they're like listening. And I was like, that already was a shocker to me because, wow, they're listening to me. You know, when I was expecting them to go, oh, I'm not interested, you know, so quickly. And so then it catches you off guard, and then you're like, oh, what am I going to say? You know?
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
But, and so it ends up being cool because then they say yes, and and then it works out, and they order something, and then you're like, oh, see, there's another reason why you just gotta
well,
just do it.
Yeah, you guys would be proud of me. I was at the jewelry store yesterday because I had to send in my mother's ring. It's been chipped and had a stone loose and stuff. And while I was standing there, the girl that was helping me, she's a young girl. I think she's newly engaged or newly married. And she asked me, she's like, so what do you do for a job? Or are you just a stay-at-home mom? Do you work? And I said, yeah. I said both. I said, I'm a stay-at-home mom and I work. I'm a distributor for a supplement company. She's like, oh, what supplement company? And I said, Plexus. Goes, I used to work at Dave's and Dave's Health and Wellness. And she's like,
oh yeah, I know.
I don't know that name. And I said, well, it's a network marketing supplement company. I said, but we've got all sorts of them, from vitamins to probiotics to our famous pink drink. And she looks at me, pink drink? And I said, it has no dyes in it. She's all, how? And I said, it's colored with beetroot. She's all, now you're talking my language. And I said, yeah, Candida yeast. And she's all, holy cow. And I said, non-GMO, no heavy metals, no pesticides. Like, I was ringing her bells. And she was like,
ow.
uh-huh. And I said, go back and get my other ring, because she was cleaning my wedding ring. And I said, I'm going to go get you a sample. I didn't have any pink drink samples with me, but I did have Joyome.
Oh, man.
And so I gave her a Joyome sample and my pamphlet and a Joyome pamphlet that I happened to have. And she gave me her cell phone. So I sent her the triplex video today that's in our back office.
Oh, nice.
So I'm working on it.
That's awesome. That's exciting, especially when they start asking questions like, what's that? And then it's like, oh.
Well, and
that's
talking
exciting.
to people face to face is, I'm a people person. Like, I can talk to them, but when it comes to talking about this in person, I just go, and I've been in this 2.5 years, almost 3. Like, it doesn't always get easier. It, but you have to keep doing it, because you'll find those people that really want to hear about it. You can get all the no's and no's and no's, but you will find those people that really want to hear about it. So so I did it yesterday, and I go in to pick up my ring tomorrow. So hopefully she's there. I'll take her a pink drink sample, and
there you go.
That's cool. That's exciting. So you said you sent her a triplex video. Like, what does it do? Explain the triplex?
So in your back office, under your virtual office, it shows you under, let's see, down the side, there's training, I think is what it says. And then it comes up like new, and then it talks about products and tools. And I think it's under products. I'd have to look at it again. It also talks about promotions, so anything that's promoting right now. And there's like shareables. Oh, it's under shareables. That's right. But there's like different product things that you're allowed to share with people that are completely compliant. And it also is a link. When they watch it, it's a link to your website. And so it links them right to your website. And so there is a triplex one in there that's like 1.5 minutes, and it talks directly about microbiome and how the gut needs good flora and what can like throw off the gut. And then it talks about the 3 products that we use for the triplex to combine. It's really neat. You should go back there.
I love that. I want to, because that's cool. Because then I can share that with people that I have out of state. I have so many friends that I'm like, so they're not responding to wanting to do the Zoom. So then if I could send them that would give a little bit in a nutshell. I like that. I'm going to have to remember, though, that it's there.
Well, we can also do another training.
It's in the back office.
It's in the virtual office. The
virtual office.
See, it used to be, on our old system, it used to be called back office. So you guys know it as virtual office. I know it as back office. I will always call it back office because that's what it used to be called. So
it's in Get Started? Is it in Get Started or Get Healthy?
No, it's in your website.
Oh, it's in my website.
Like when you sign in to plexusworldwide.com and go in under the ambassador, so under you, not under Brandon, under you.
Oh.
And go into your virtual office where you can see all your ambassadors and all that kind of stuff. Then there's a thing on the side and you can go into it. I should do a virtual office training with you guys right now.
Maybe you should do that for next Tuesday.
I'm not in charge of next Tuesday, but
I'm not very familiar with it.
Oh, dang it. Well, put that on the list for when it's your turn. That would be cool. Yeah, I'd like to learn that.
Yeah, so we, anyway, there's a lot of shareables. There's one for the triplex. There's even one for the hunger control triplex. There's one for X Factor. And there's short versions and there's long versions. And I haven't looked at the long ones, but the short ones are like seriously 1.5 minutes. And they're like all animated and like drawn out. And they go into enough detail, but not too much in 1.5 minutes.
Cool. I want to check them out.
So like, if you were to ask somebody if you've been talking to them about Plexus or you haven't been talking to them, and you say, if I send you this video, would you be able to watch it today? The if I would you concept. And that pins them down to a yes or no if they can watch it. If they say yes, say, do you think that you'd be able to watch it by 5 o'clock tonight? And they say yes, then you know to follow up with them after 5 o'clock. And you send that video, they watch it, and you say, okay, here's the video, give me your feedback. When they watch it, then they'll tell you what stood out to them. And then that can get the ball rolling in talking to them. And I know a lot of people that send this video because it's short and simple. You can keep somebody's attention for 1.5 minutes, no problem. There's also one that Lisa and I like to send that's about products and business. It's from Ame Darling, and it's on YouTube. It's from Ame Darling, and she used to be a nutritionist, dietitian, and she talks about the triplex and the multivitamin, but then also talks about the business opportunity, and it's really short. So like I think it's like 5 or 7 minutes, so you can keep somebody's attention for that long. It's not like sending them 30-minute long video. And it gives the basics of it all. So then it gives them something to ask, or you can ask for their feedback of what they want, what they got from the video. So they're looking for product, or they're looking for business, or they want both, or these are their health issues and this particular thing stood out to them because it would help with whatever they're dealing with. And she breaks down the ProBio 5 in the triplex in the video and talks about all 4 of the ingredients, the vitamin B, the grapeseed extract, the individual probiotic strands, and the enzymes. And she talks about everything in there. So it's pretty good, and it helps us to know what the products are about, but then it also helps you have a tool to send to people that does the work for you.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, so that helps with that reaching out and trying to know what to send people when you're talking to them.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
that's helpful.
Yeah, I go for all my clip arts, just the pictures of information. I'm like, here's a picture. Oh, here's another picture. And then I always have to add my own wording with each picture. Now I'm sending you this. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh, now I'm sending, kind of obnoxious.
Yeah. No, I think it's awesome because some people like graphics and just to look at something real quick. Other people, I had somebody specifically ask me for videos so that she could plug it in when she was cleaning or doing this or doing that. She wanted it to specifically, so she specifically asked for videos. So, depending on what they like, if they like to read or if they like to watch the videos, that's the helpful part. Okay, sorry, go on.
No, you're fine. So let's see. Another thing is show confidence in others. This was awesome too. So be confident and about for yourself and tell yourself yes I can and yes I can, and share confidence with those around you. So like for example, someone says I have this idea but I don't know if it will work. And then you would say, yes, it will work. So like when anybody's talking to you, try to like make sure that they help them believe in themselves. That's pretty much what you're doing. And so I liked that. That sounded really good because when you're doing that, that helps keep you positive.
That sounded good. I like that. It helps too because then if you show confidence in them, they'll have more confidence in you. It doesn't matter how much confidence you have. You could be scared out of your mind to do it. But if you have confidence that it's going to, hopeful and positive about helping them and remind them that things are just tools, like we're not curing anything, but I know that this could be a tool in your health. Give it a shot. Let's do it. This will help things in stabilizing everything. And as long as you have confidence in them, they will in return have confidence in you. But if you're like shy about it, talking to them in person or on the phone or in a message and are like, I just thought, what do you think about this? Those are those hesitation words. But if you're like, hey, I have something that I know will help you, and just have that confidence, then it goes a long ways.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm almost done here. So then there was I don't remember where I got this from, this bottom part from, but it says this plexus. Oh, someone had said this. this plexus opportunity is real. It is worth sharing with everyone you know. I have, so this is me talking now. I'm saying, so I have fought through some fears, and one of them was like when I make my list, I try to make a list of contacting 3 people every day, and so sometimes I'm like, oh, I only got 2 people, and then I'll start roaming around the house, and I'm like, okay, no, I need to stick to the list. If I'm one more person, it's almost dinner time. I gotta hurry up and do this. So like today, that was happening, and so I hurried up and was like, okay, I'm just gonna call her right now. And so I called her and talked to her, and it was awesome because I was kind of, when you're talking to somebody, it's harder than when you type them. When you're texting, it's like send, and then you're like, ooh, what are they gonna say? You kind of fear that message coming back. It's like you want them to answer, but only if it's yes. So when I was calling my friend to tell her about it, I was like, crap, I don't even know what I'm going to say. Okay, just don't. I'm not even going to try planning it anymore. I'm just going to spurt out. Yeah, it's going to be all, So I'm like, hey, Shanita, I wanted to see if you were available Thursday at 6:30. We have this gut health thing my friend's putting together. And it's talking about gut health and, just, I don't even know. I was just rambling on. I was trying to be cool about it, and I was everywhere.
Real good.
And Elizabeth was listening, and she's like, Mom, you did good. And I was like, oh, my gosh, I don't know. But she was awesome. She's like, oh, a friend of ours just died, so we can't this Thursday. I was like, oh, so my friend also likes to do these. So next Thursday we have another one. So I will get back to you and see if how things are going with you for next Thursday. So then I was like,
good job.
But at least I like it when they're nice, when they're conversing back, and she's like, oh, it sounds interesting, and like she didn't know. I was like, blah. But she was awesome and sweet, so I appreciated that.
But see,
so that was really hard. But yeah. I forced myself. I was like, no, 3 people every day, because it helped me last time when I did that. That's how I got Allison to come. So I'm like, hey, if I can just try to get one person to come with me. I almost want to bribe people. Like, hey, anybody who comes with me Thursday, you get a surprise. I don't know.
You get a tasty drink.
It's like, you get a free drink. Not going to tell you what it is. Yeah, that would be cool. So I've just been like, oh man, just kind of trying not to sound desperate though, but it's like I just want everyone to come every Thursday. Come on, people! I gotta make it sound more exciting or something. But so that was one of the things, and then let's see, pushing myself to talk to people when I see them every day. Okay, so today, so I did it. I think I did it twice today. So I talked to someone on the phone, and then today when I was out helping this family, I've been helping them clean. And then I'm gonna stop. This is my last day doing it because it's taken away from my plexus time. So I'm done serving for this cute family. But when I was there, I was like, hey, I didn't do it yesterday. I gotta do it today. I gotta do it today. So I just blurted it out, and I was telling my friend's husband, because he was the one that stays at home, and I was telling him, I was like, oh, so that business opportunity I was telling you about, that's why I'm not going to be able to come over and help you guys anymore. It's plexus, and it's all about supplements, and have you heard of it? And he said no, and he's really, he's listening, so that made me feel good again. He was like, instead of like, when they do that, then you feel like, okay, talk fast. So, and then I just, told him, like, we have multivitamins, kid vitamins, probiotics. Well, as soon as I said probiotics, he was like, walked off into the kitchen. He was the one that you helped me with, Nikki. And then he came back and said, do you guys have one that's got this many? And I was like, I'll check. So that was cool that we did find something that had that many CFUs in it, because I was like, oh, my gosh.
Yeah, if he wants more information on that, let me know so we can send him some more stuff.
Yeah, so what he did, he took the information that we had, with the label and stuff, and he's going to go make sure it's okay with his doctor. Because I told him, make sure you can check it, make sure it's okay with your doctor. I know it's safe, but yeah, because he's 2. So you can check with your doctor. And so he's going to take the ingredients and make sure. And he'll let me know because he has his appointment's like in a couple weeks or something.
Yeah, with it being a young child, I totally would.
Something about the ones that he had though earlier that I guess they're gonna not make them anymore because he's like, yeah, I'm really having a hard time finding them, and they're not gonna make this brand anymore or something. So otherwise, he was gonna keep buying them.
Well,
and it seemed like it was the same price too, but his was 60 pills and ours was 30.
I know, but ours is higher quality because I got looking at that.
That's good.
That label, and it only had 1 strand of probiotics, and I was like, and it's not even one that's in ours, and ours has 8 listed strands, though the lactobacillus and the acidophilus and like all those other
strands you're talking about are the
those
the items listed.
Yeah.
Okay, those big long. So there was like 8 of those on ours, and only 1 on. Oh, I got you, because I kept looking for 8 strands. Like, where is it? What is she talking about?
Each of those things are strands, and then CFUs are totally different than the strands.
Okay, that's good to know because I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Yeah, no, you're okay.
So the probiotic is part of the strand. Well, is it part of the strand?
All those 8 strands are probiotics. But we have
and so the CFUs
in there.
So is the CFUs the number? What's the CFU?
Did you see on the Vital Biome? Did you see the 20 billion?
Yep.
It said probiotic blend, and it says 20 billion. Mm-hmm. That 20 billion is the CFUs, and what it's meaning is from all 8 of those strands, it totals 20 billion CFUs. Now, in our ProBio 5, there's only 5 strands. However, because of the patent capsule, those 5 strands only equal 2 billion.
Yeah.
Because you're getting all 2 billion. Now, the only reason I'm pretty sure that his doctor said to make sure it had 20 billion CFUs or more is because they don't have the patent capsule and they're heat activated.
And so they burn off. Oh, yeah.
The gut. So they're really only getting about 2 billion, just like our ProBio 5. But
so his kid would probably be fine on the kid one.
Yeah.
But because he's going to be going by the doctor.
Yeah. So, he can always take the kid. You can always say, hey, take this one to your doctor too, because it's a kid multivitamin. And it's one that he can chew. It's not going to hurt him. And he can.
You know what? I'll do that because he's not going anytime soon. So I'll send him the label and say, hey, check this with your doctor too, because this might end up being okay. And that would be cool if it was, because it's a chewable, and he'd get his multi also.
Yeah. Yep. So
yeah, I haven't. That's the most I've ever learned about a probiotic was today from you, and I'm still trying to digest it. That's pretty amazing. Wow.
Don't try to think you have to know all this, because this is why I know it as much as I do, because I didn't have this kind of support when I started. I didn't have somebody sitting there with me that had the time at all times to be able to be on the phone and answer questions for me. It would be hours before I would get answers from anybody. And so I had to learn these things. So YouTube and I were best friends when I first started. And I just had to watch videos over and over and over and over. Wow. And I had to write things down because I knew that if I didn't know it, then I wasn't going to be able to help people. And now I need to know it because everybody else, you guys, everybody's still learning. You guys all came on at the same time.
Yeah.
And so everybody's still learning. And so that's why I have so much of that stuff in my head, is because I had to know it and I made sure that I retained it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but I've been in it 2.5 years. I mean, you guys are all going to be talking just like this later on down the road about all the products too. You'll know it all
2
too.
Years.
Hey, there's some of you that it comes out.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
Yeah, Noelle absorbed it like a sponge. Gosh, I'm like, what the heck?
Yep, she did.
I just want to go, yep, it's good. Just do it.
Trust me.
I was like you at the beginning.
Yeah, just trust me.
I know how it feels. That's all that's important.
Exactly. That's all that should matter. I feel fabulous. Come join me. Take it.
You know what?
A couple of people. I've been like, you know what? This is what I know. And I tell them what I know. And I was like, but if you want me to find out more, I know who to ask.
Yep, exactly.
I'm not going to memorize any of that. I've never been able to memorize. It just doesn't happen. Big word.
Me neither.
Gone seconds after I heard it. Doesn't even matter. And so I don't try to regurgitate. I've owned it and been like, I don't actually know that, but I can find out.
That's all you have to do. That's why I have retained it, is because I knew that if I didn't know the answer, then we'd really have to go searching, and it could be hours or days before we got answers.
Yeah.
So I still don't know it all, and that's okay. I will find out.
Well, I gotta tell you guys though, I saw a video, and I think it was yesterday. A lady, that's how she did it, and her business grew, and she didn't know anything about the supplements. Nothing. Her business grew because of her excitement. I was like, what? Oh my gosh, somebody shoot me with excitement. Because wow.
I was
she just grew because they felt her excitement and were like, and she was like, this stuff is awesome, you've got to try it. And they're like, okay. And so she was just like signing up people, going gold in like a few months. I was like, what? So we can do it without having to memorize.
That one frequency I went the first time, that's all I knew. And of course I didn't regurgitate any of it when I went silver. I was selling to people just by my pure results. Look what this did to me. Try it. That's it. And now I'm like, crap. I need to learn a little bit more.
No, but that's all you guys need to do. Like, that's why people make it too complicated, is you really, most of the people, like if you look at a lot of our diamonds, and I'm going to use Susie and Chris McCall as an example because they're hilarious. I don't know if you guys have watched any of their videos. I've met them.
Yeah, video with them in the car. Yeah. They're always in that car.
Oh my gosh.
Is it that couple?
Yeah, they're hilarious.
And they're all both like all, yeah, I've seen them.
Sometimes they're a little too much, but they're fun. And they're just like that in person too.
Wow.
Yeah. But see, they had no idea what they were doing when Susie started, because Susie started and signed up Chris. And Susie is major into health. Okay. She's always has been. She's been a fitness instructor. Like, she's always been into health. And Chris was overweight. And he didn't want anything to do with it because it was pink. That's girls. There's nothing to it. Anyway, so they were sharing it with people based on their pure excitement. And then all of a sudden they got their first check, which back then they got paper checks. They didn't have this direct deposit. And it came in the mail, and they both kind of looked at each other and they're like, how did we get this? And Chris is like, I don't care, but you better run to the bank and deposit it, cash it, do whatever you're going to do before they come back and take it from us. And he's like, and from then on, he goes, we just exploded because we just talked about it and we're so excited about it and just told everybody they needed to try it. We knew nothing about it, but we just knew they needed to try it. And I'm thinking, yeah, if you have the excitement, people are going to flock. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to feel that excitement. Even your researchers, because they're going to be like, she's excited about this, but send me more information. And that's when you can, you know, but yeah. So anyway.
And that's cool that we have so much information now too on the phone. You can just like totally send them the ingredients and everything about what it does too. Yep. That's awesome.
You don't have to know anything.
Exactly. What comes back to our fears is we tell ourselves, I'm not going to be a good salesperson because I don't know enough. So then you're too afraid to share, because really it's okay to tell somebody, I don't know, let me find out for you. Or let me direct you to my upline that knows a lot more. And I bet
use friend, not upline. Don't use upline.
I know. I don't like that word upline either, though.
Use friend.
Friend. But you can say, I'll ask my friend. She knows so much more about this than I do. She's going to help me on it. Or, you know, it kind of helps it's okay to face that fear of like, I don't actually know.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard for us because we want to be the expert.
Right.
Yeah.
We want to be like, I know everything, you know. But
Well,
that's kind of
and
hard to do.
well, you think we need to know everything, and all they want you to do is be honest. If you really don't know it, don't try and make yourself make them think you know it, because
don't
then
try
you're
to
leading
make it
them.
up.
You're leading them astray. But they want you to be honest. Well, I don't know that answer, but I do know where to find that answer. So give me a few, or give me a few hours, and I'll have that answer for you. And that will show them more, and they'll respect you more, because you are being honest with them, and you are, going to find the true answer instead of trying to BS your way through it. So
yeah.
Well, that's what I was telling Jen about my health event that I'm doing this week, was that I didn't want to do Jen's because she's so much more knowledgeable, and I didn't want to share something I didn't actually know.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to do Autumn's because it was too much, so much information I still didn't even know. And so it was like I couldn't pick an education thing to do because it was not
what you wanted.
It was not my level of my understanding.
Right.
I'm not going to teach something I don't understand. I'm not going to just regurgitate information because I heard it somewhere, or because I can copy and paste really well. Like, I'm going to do it because it's something I know. So my whole gut event is just that. Things I actually regurgitated and understood from all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
And not just something that, I could say all those facts again and again because I know it. I really actually know it, not just copy paste.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's
And
cool.
Look, Lisa! Yay! There she is!
She's back from the dead.
I'm alive, a 9-pound slider.
Are you in the car?
Yeah, she's coming back from her counseling.
Oh. Oh my gosh, she got the counselor sick.
She did that.
You can't
The
get somebody
counselor's gonna
sick
get
with
sick.
food poisoning.
No,
Not
you
unless
can't.
I
How
give
did
her.
you get food poisoning?
Yeah,
How
I
did you
told
get food
that.
poisoning?
Probably from the raw chicken I ate Sunday night.
Raw chicken.
Ew.
Ugh.
I don't think it was completely cooked. It still tasted chewy.
Yucky.
Are you guys the only ones that are on? Oh, hi, Charlie.
hello.
Okay, I didn't see that. I had to flip the screen before I almost hit this car. No, I'm just kidding.
Drive safely, please.
Oh, there was a cop. That's not a cop. That was a taxi. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
We were pretty much done anyway. We were just kind of chatting.
Oh, so do you want to kind of like give me a short recap?
Sure.
I recorded it.
Yeah, it's on fear.
I'll let you watch it later. Just kidding.
I got to talk about that all night tonight.
What?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, I got to go through another fun type of trauma therapy. This is exciting, guys.
Oh, no.
Talk about rip my insides open again. It's called EMDR.
Oh, you decided you're going to do it?
It's not electrical. I don't know what the heck you had Bailey do.
I have no idea what she did.
I told Becky that tonight. She's like,
"There's Lisa.
No, you don't have to go the electrical way."
It wasn't electric. It was just these things she held in her hands that kind of pulsed.
Yes, it had electricity to it.
Ew. Oh, I wouldn't like that.
I told Becky, I said, I can't do that. So I get to rehash it in front of a whole nother therapist and get to do this eye movement tapping type of thing that is supposed to help pull all the yucky, traumatic PTSD crap out of my brain. And
why do you have to go to another therapist?
Well, she's still going to see me, but I have to do a whole nother type of trauma therapy because I still, so my counselor was talking to me about tonight about my fears, and it's personal, but you know, I love all you guys, and I want you guys to know this and stuff, because I feel like it will help you guys. But it's good to know that we're not the only ones that doubt ourselves, and to know that it's normal, it's common that everybody out there fears something or doubts something within themselves. And she gave me my homework tonight as I have to write down a list of fears that I feel like I'm not worthy of leadership, or I'm not worthy of, or I'm not smart, or and write a list of my fears down and what I feel like I am, and then a list of what I am, like replace that with positive. I am da da da. And it's a lot like the affirmations that Nikki's talked about, but here's the story behind this. There is this talk show guy, I can't remember his name. She said that he had some traumatic things happen to him when he was a young kid, and instead of letting that break him, he ended up making something of himself and started getting on the radio as young as 15 years old. And he talked about, or he became a millionaire by the time he was 25. And he was very inspirational. He was one of the #1 talk show or radio stations, or whatever you want to call them, radio show hosts. Everybody loved to listen to. And then it came up that, I guess, Trump stuff. And then he got a list of haters. As quickly as he became inspirational, he became a lot of people's not favorite, because he voiced truth about the crap that some of the stuff Trump was doing. Anyways, long and short of it is, she says there was some really neat and inspirational things. It talks about just like people saying OMG or taking the Lord's name in vain, that we do the same, because in the scriptures it's talked a lot about. Hold on a sec, guys. What did you want? Sausage slinger. What? Sausage slinger. Can I get a sausage slinger? Okay. And can I get a chicken wrap? Crispy or grilled? Some French toast sticks. And some French toast sticks. Okay. That's it. That's going to be 10:57. I'll have it out in a moment. Thanks. Anyways, in the scriptures, it talks, or the Lord's name, or Jesus's name in the scriptures is I am. And it says that a lot. And so she says it's like a swear word to him, to Heavenly Father, when we say I am stupid, or I'm not inspirational, I'm not worth being able to be successful. And every time we say I am negative, it's like saying the Lord's name in vain, because we're using his name, and he's the one that created us, Heavenly Father, when we're saying the word I am. So I thought it was kind of neat, because when we think about downing ourselves and thinking we can't do something, or that something's too scary, we got to remember, okay, when I say I am this, I want it to be I am positive, I am inspirational, I am a wonderful person, I am a wonderful mom. People do want to listen to me, and replace that with honoring the Lord's name in that type of way. So I just thought that was neat, because so many times I've heard people, including myself, talk about especially when things get super tough and stressful with this job, how we doubt ourselves a ton, and it ends up becoming that brake that we put on instead of keeping our foot on the gas pedal, is we start to let all those fears and doubts creep into our mind and allow those things to come in. So you'd laugh, Nikki, because I said, does this crap really work? and she's like, yes, it does. She says, oh, Rachel, what's her name? She's really funny and she's all over YouTube and the internet.
Hollis.
Rachel Hollis. And she was talking about how some people on Instagram, like, people think she's hilarious and really inspirational and stuff. And then she had this person that completely, like, downed her, as well as hundreds of negative comments of people swearing at her because she misspelled a word in her inspirational quote for the day. And Becky, my counselor, was like, really? Do you think that let her get her down? She says, on a daily basis, she talks, is inspirational and talks herself through these affirmations on a daily basis and affirmations. And it really does work, because she says she talked about how she didn't even let that get to her, when most of us would, completely let that tear us down and make us not want to be vocal on Facebook or, have people pay attention to us, where I used to be the type of person that would slump into the back of the room and not want to be noticed. Whereas now it's like, look at me, I'm here, let's play, so she's like, remember that when people slander you or things like that, think of a way to turn it into positive. She ended up going back on there and making this amazing thing saying, I'd rather be something to the effect of, I'd rather be, at least I can spell unkind, but know how to be kind, and completely knew how to, resurface something negative into positive. So we have to remember that. I'm a huge hypocrite for it, but I will get there.
Definitely will. Sorry.
You are all allowed to talk.
We were all muted.
You guys are all quiet, and I'm like, awkward. Jake looks at me weird, I think, and so I'm like, you are all allowed to talk now.
I'm ready to get my jammies and go lay down.
Oh, please don't do it while you're on here.
No.
I
have these warm, cozy jammies.
Well, that's good. I'm sure they look better on you than on me.
Okay. Hey, I'm going to stop recording. So is there anything you guys want to say before I shut the recording off?
No,
any last words?
Thanks for coming on, everybody. Thanks, Charlie.
Yes, thanks, Deborah, for putting your thing together for us.